and simplify triple brackets. We've got a plus 6 times a minus 3 times a minus 2. And to expand and simplify triple brackets, we initially expand and simplify 2 of them, and then expand and simplify again with the third bracket. So we're going to start by ignoring one of the brackets, and I'm going to ignore the last one. So I'm going to expand and simplify a plus 6 times a minus 3. So to expand and simplify 2 brackets, we multiply both the terms in the first bracket by both the terms in the second bracket. So we're going to do a times a times negative 3, and then 6 times a, and 6 times negative 3. So a times a to start with is a squared. A times negative 3, negative 3a. 6 times a is 6a. And 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. And I've still got a third bracket on the end, so I'm just going to write that at the end. Now we're going to collect like terms for what is now our first bracket. So we've got negative 3a plus 6a, which is 3a. So we've got a squared plus 3a minus 18 in the first bracket now, and a minus 2 in what is now the second bracket. And now we're going to expand and simplify again. So we've now got 3 terms in the first bracket and 2 in the second bracket. So we're going to multiply all of the terms in the first bracket by both of the terms in the second bracket. So it's going to be a squared times a squared times negative 2, 3a times a, and 3a times negative 2, and negative 18 times a, negative 18 times negative 2. So we'll start a squared times them both. So a squared times a is a cubed. A squared times negative 2 is negative 2a squared. And now 3a times them both. 3a times a is 3a squared. 3a times negative 2 is negative 6a. And negative 18 times both the terms in the last bracket. Negative 18 times a is negative 18a. And negative 18 times a negative 2 is going to be positive 36. So we've expanded. We just need to simplify now. So we've got 2a squared terms and 2a terms that we can simplify. So we've got a cubed. We've got negative 2a squared, plus 3a squared. Negative 2 plus 3 is 1. So we've got 1a squared. We just write as a squared. And we've got negative 6a. Take away another 18a, which goes to negative 24a. And we've just got 36. So plus 36 on the end. And that is our answer. Okay, a question for you to try. So pause the video, give it a go, and press play when you're ready for the answer. So we're going to start by expanding and simplifying the first two. So we've got n plus 4 times n minus 2 to start with. So we're going to do n times n is n squared. N times negative 2, negative 2n. Then we've got 4 times n, which is 4n. And 4 times negative 2, negative 8. And what was the third bracket? N plus 1 is still on the end. So let's collect like terms. In our first bracket, we've got negative 2n plus 4n, which is 2n. So that's n squared plus 2n minus 8 times n plus 1 now. So now we're going to expand and simplify again. It's going to be n squared times both the terms in the second bracket, 2n times both the terms in the second bracket, and negative 8 times both the terms in the second bracket. N squared times n is n cubed. N squared times 1 is 1n, or n squared. 2n times n is 2n squared. 2n times 1 is 2n. Negative 8 times n is negative 8n. And negative 8 times a positive 1 is a negative 8. So collect the like terms. We've got 2n squared terms, and we've got 2n terms. So we've got n cubed. We've got n squared plus 2n squared, which is 3n squared. We've got 2n take away 8n, which is a negative 6n, and the negative 8 or minus 8 on the end. Okay, another example. This time we've got a coefficient of b in this case, and we've got a squared. One of the brackets is squared. So we've got b plus 3 times 2b minus 5 squared. So when a bracket is squared, that means it's multiplied by itself. So we can rewrite this as b plus 3 times 2b minus 5 times 2b minus 5. And we're going to follow exactly the same process as before. So we're going to expand and simplify two of the brackets first, and then we're going to do another expansion afterwards. So we're going to do, again, let's do the first two brackets and leave the last bracket. So b times 2b is 2b squared. B times negative 5 is negative 5b. 3 times 2b is 6b. 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. And the other bracket is still there. So collecting like terms, negative 5b plus 6b is just b, 1b. So we've got 2b squared plus b minus 15, and we've got 2b minus 5 still as the other bracket. So now we're going to expand and simplify again. 2b squared times both the terms in the last bracket, b times both the terms in the last bracket, and negative 15 times both the terms in the last bracket. So 2b squared times 2b, 2 times 2 is 4, b squared times b is b cubed, 2b squared times negative 5 is going to be negative 10b squared. Now b times both the terms, so b times 2b is 2b squared. B times negative 5 is negative 5b. And then we've got negative 15 times 2b. So negative 15 times 2b is negative 30b. And negative 15 times negative 5 is going to be positive. And negative times the negatives are positive. And 15 times 5 is 75. So collect the like terms. We've got the b squared terms and the b terms that we can add together. So we've got 4b cubed. We've got minus 10b or negative 10b squared plus 2b squared. It's going to be negative 8b squared. Negative 5b, take away 30b, is going to be negative 35b. And we've got plus 75 on the end. Okay, a question for you to try. So have a go at this one and press play when you're ready to carry on. So we're going to start with expanding and simplifying the first two brackets. So m times 5m is 5m squared. M times negative 7, negative 7m. 1 times 5m is 5m. And 1 times negative 7 is negative 7. The last bracket is still there. Collecting like terms. So we've got 5m squared. We've got negative 7 plus 5, which is negative 2. So negative 2m's minus 7. And the last bracket is still m minus 2. And then expanding and simplifying again. So 5m squared times m is 5m cubed. 5m squared times a negative 2 is negative 10m squared. Negative 2m times m is negative 2m squared. Negative 2m times negative 2 is positive 4m. Negative 7 times m, negative 7m. And a negative 7 times a negative 2 is positive 14. And collecting the like terms, so I've got 2m squared terms, 2m terms, so I've got 5m cubed. I've got negative 10m squared, take away 2m squared, which is going to be negative 12m squared. I've got 4m, take away 7m, which is going to be negative 3m. And I've got 14, positive 14 plus 14 on the end. And to finish up, 3 questions. So pause the video, give these a go, and press play when you're ready for the answers. Okay, the first one, so we've got p plus 3 cubed. So that means we've got p plus 3 times p plus 3 times p plus 3. So we're going to expand and simplify the first two. So p times p is p squared. P times 3, 3p. 3 times p, 3p. And 3 3's are 9. And we've still got the third bracket on the end. Collecting like terms, 3p and 3p make 6p. So we've got p squared plus 6p plus 9 times p plus 3. And then we're going to do p squared times p, which is p cubed. P squared times 3, 3p squared. 6p times p, 6p squared. 6p times 3, 18p. 9 times p, 9p. And 9 3's are 27. And collecting the like terms, got 2p squareds, 2p squared terms, and 2p terms. So I've got p cubed, I've got 3p squareds and 6p squareds. I've got 9p squareds. I've got 18p and 9p, which makes 27p, and I've got 27 on the end. Question 2. So again, I'm going to expand and simplify the first two. So n minus 1 times n minus 2. And then once I've done that, I'll multiply that by the third bracket, which is n minus 3. So to the first two, n times n is n squared. N times negative 2, negative 2n. Negative 1 times n is negative n. And negative 1 times negative 2 is positive 2. And I've still got the last bracket on the end. So collecting like terms for my first bracket, negative 2n take away another n is negative 3n. So n squared minus 3n plus 2 in the first bracket and n minus 3 in the second bracket, and we're going to expand and simplify again. So n squared times n squared times n is n cubed, n squared times negative 3, negative 3n squared, negative 3n times n, negative 3n squared again, negative 3n times a negative 3 is a positive 9n, 2 times n is 2n, and 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. So again, collecting like terms, I've got 2n squared terms and 2n terms. So I've got n cubed, I've got negative 3n squared, take away 3n squared, which is negative 6n squared. I've got 9n plus 2n, which is 11n, and I've got minus 6 on the end. And finally, question 3. So again, expand and simplify the first two. 2t times 3t, 6t squared. 2t times 2 is 4t. Negative 1 times 3t, negative 3t. And negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. And I've got the last bracket on the end. So simplifying, 4t take away 3t is t. So I've got 6t squared plus t minus 2 in my first bracket and t minus 3 in the second bracket. So expanding and simplifying again, 6t squared times t is 6t cubed. 6t squared times negative 3 is negative 18t squared. Now I've got t times t, which is t squared. T times negative 3, negative 3t. Negative 2 times t, negative 2t. And negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. And collecting like terms, we have 6t cubed still. We've got negative 18t squared plus t squared, so that becomes negative 17t squared. Negative 3t take away 2t is negative 5t, and we've got our plus 6 on the end, and that's expanded and simplified.